I think that we have a difficult time sometimes finding common ground on other issues around the world. The rise of ISIS or Russia military interventions in its neighborhood. So there's still a lot of areas where we don't see eye to eye. When we talk about the rise of China and the potential meaning for that long term across the Asian region, there's very little daylight between our concerns. It's just a question about how to find practical ways. We signed a number of defense cooperation agreements in recent years. Our militaries do a lot more exercises together. India buys a lot more defense material from the United States. So we're getting a lot of the mechanics right, too, in the defense relationship. I'd say, across all the areas of our relationship, it's certainly the strongest, and it's come out of the gate very strong in the Biden administration. The first head of state quad meeting, the U.S. Secretary of Defense chose India as his first stop on his first international visit. So good things in the recent past and good things in the future, very much focused on the China angle.
I do want to get your thoughts in largely on, the big picture relationship between the U.S. and India under the Biden administration, and how you would compare what this relationship looks like to what it did under the Trump era or during the Trump era.
It's kind of surprising. This is probably one of the few relationships I suspect you're going to see a lot more of a similar trajectory. I think you're going to continue to see dramatic progress on defense and security ties, which that even predates the Trump administration, but we saw a real acceleration. But also, I think a lot of the problematic areas on a commercial relationship aren't going to go away. Our two countries both have massive trade deficits. That causes our leadership to, be concerned about the flood of imports and to put up trade barriers. And that's going to cause continued tensions. So far, you've seen a lot of high-level engagements between the two countries, but really it's all been focused on issues like Quad, COVID, defense relations. We don't yet understand and know what our economic relationship is going to look like and how the governments will plan to lead it. The good news is the numbers are quite good. Bilateral trade flows are very high. Even before India's latest COVID wave, they hit an all-time record on U.S. India goods trade. So the numbers are pretty good, but sentiments between the governments have been tricky, and I suspect they'll remain so. The one area I think the Biden administration is likely to score points is on a little bit more flexibility on labor, on immigration. That's an area that was a really tense point with the Trump administration.